Zong slave ship trial was a legal matter that was initiated and handled around a slave ship named Zong. This slave ship was owned by William Gregson slave trading syndicate that was based in Liverpool, in Britain. The Zong left Accra in Africa in August of 1781, carrying 444 enslaved Africans targeted to be delivered to the colonial plantations of Jamaica. Just like other slave ships, the Zong was overcrowded, carrying more than double the number of people a ship of its size was supposed to carry. The crew members made lots of mistakes in their navigation, and this lengthened their journey. This as well created lots of other problems. Their freshwater storage ran low, food was low, and great disease outbreak happened in the ship, which affected a large number of the African slaves and some of the crew members. The crew were as well worried over the loss of the ship and as well the issue of not being able to push for compensation, which the British law as at that time covered. In order to check the spread of disease condition and to as well protect their business engagement, the crew members voted to jettison some of the human cargoes. Within few days after reaching the agreement, the crew members threw over 122 African slaves overboard. They threw over 122 African slaves into the sea. The ship later arrived Black River, Jamaica, with about 208 enslaved Africans on board. The ship owner, William Gregson, made a case for the insurance payment on the lives of the African slaves that were lost in the cargo. When the ship got to Jamaica, the owners of this ship made a case for it in Britain, and this became a legal issue. The insurance company refused to pay. This resulted on court cases. The court case on Zong ship was tagged Gregson versus Gilbert, 1783. According to history.com, history.com presented it in this manner. They stated that hearing arguments in the case of the Zong, a slave ship, the Chief Justice of the King's Bench in London states that a massacre of enslaved Africans was the same as if horses had been thrown overboard. This trial, which commenced in March of 1783, found the insurance company liable for the damages, as enslaved people were seen as the cargo of the ship. Although this verdict was overturned 2 months later by the Chief Justice, But his earliest statement that the enslaved were equivalent to horses remained the opinion of the British highest court. This generated lots of issues. One former slave, Olaudah Equiano, who was as well an abolitionist, told one leading abolitionist named Granville Sharpe about the Zong ship trial. This encouraged them to explore the possibility of having the Zong crew members tried for murder. It was a futile attempt, but the publicity of the development was established. This as well helped the abolitionist movement to build momentum. History.com as well presented it in this manner. The website stated that a few months after the Zong trial, the Society of Friends began to campaign against slavery, and the Society for the Abolition of Slave Trade was founded 4 years later. The reality of this trial, looking at analysis, tend to explain or present the unfortunate inhuman activities that were carried out by the slave dealers. In this situation, the trial wasn't about the massacre or murder of African slaves. It was more about the claim for insurance on the head of the dead. The claim of insurance on the lives of the people that were murdered by slave dealers through throwing them into the water. Well, the whole situation can be said to be an emotional situation when you analyze the reality on this. But the unfortunate thing here was that the British legal system as at that period covered the claim of the owners of Zong slave ship. It was enshrined in the laws of Britain that is an owner of a slave ship has the capacity to file for claims based on their dealings with their insurers. Well, as unfortunate as it is, but it was a reality. If you are watching us for the very first time, please subscribe to our channel and click on the notification icon so that anytime we drop a new content, you'll be one of the earliest persons to be notified. We have a full course on the history of the transatlantic slave trade at Udemy. I will urge you to go through our course. The link to that course will be on the description of this video. Please share our content so that it will reach those that may really like to go through them. Thanks for being part of this channel.